All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to G.W.R. Gonzo's Wrestling Room. Got another big show for you today. Joined by Tony Gonzalez, like always. How you doing tonight, Deb?
Oh, pretty good. Not bad at all.
And also joining us, we got special guest. Just won a big championship match yesterday. Big Al, Alice Crowley. How you doing tonight?
Having trouble hearing her.
You can't hear us?
I know we can't hear her.
Yeah. Hold on. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty. Can you hear us? I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. It was good when we right before we did the thing. Want to have her to go out and try it again?
Yeah, well, that's probably what we might have to do. If you can hear us back out and then come back in and see if that helps.
I don't think she can hear it.
Okay, yeah, she can't hear us. She just sent me a message.
Okay. Well, I might send her a message and
All right. Having a little bit of technical difficulty. We'll get it figured out here in just a second. There we go. Oh, she said she couldn't hear us.
we couldn't hear her either though. Don't make sense. I mean, we heard her just a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what could have happened. It don't make much sense.
Well, remember happened that one day with somebody
else. Marcus Fine.
Yeah.
We had some trouble with him. He's here watching us.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. We have a little technical difficulty here. Alice should be back here in just a second, hopefully, and hopefully she'll be able to hear us and we can hear her.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. We could hear each other before we started the show, so not sure what's going on there.
Everything was fine, and boom.
Can hear you guys.
All right, now we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because it was working just a second ago and then it stopped and I was like, why can't I hear them?
All right, but how you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good. You guys put on a heck of a show yesterday there in Greenfield.
Oh, yeah. yeah, I did my best. Dale is a jerk sometimes, but,
Yeah.
I got the better of him.
Marcus Fine says hello, everyone.
Hello, Marcus.
But Dad, you can go ahead.
Okay. Well, just seeing your bio and some of the stuff that one of the things I was shocked about, it said you finished your first year of college in 8 weeks.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. I did a bunch of schooling. Well, through my high school, I did like the dual credit classes and stuff. So I got a bunch of my college credits done in high school, and it only ended up being 2 classes that I had to take to finish my first year. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I finished my first year in 8 weeks.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer being able to do the double credits or the dual credits in high school because you don't have to pay to get those credits for college. So I just thought it was a smarter way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Also seen you was trained by a few different people, trained by Randy West, Bobby Black, and Jake Oman.
Yeah. So I do, well, whenever I first started training, I was trained by Randy West. People that had a handful in my training at that time would have also been Jake Oman, and then Bobby Black, he didn't come until a little bit later, but yeah, there was Apollo Star. I don't know if you guys know Drew Skills. He was someone else who trained me. And then Tom and Troy Van Zant as well. They helped training a little bit after Randy had released me. That's when I got passed to Troy and Tom and then Bobby. And now every once in a while I'll go train with Jake Oman. Yeah.
I know trainers have different things. Since in the bio I seen Randy and Bobby and Jake Oman. Can you name something that maybe each one of those people taught you? Maybe something different in Pacific, specifically.
Well, that'd be hard because I've gotten so much training from so many different people. It'd probably be hard to name like a specific thing that each one of them taught me. But I would say Randy was more focused on in ring and stuff, doing like teaching me how to do all the basics and get real strong on that. For Tom, Troy, and Bobby, they were more focused on promos and stuff like that. And then Jake, he's just helped me with like getting myself to the best I can. You know what I mean? Like just help me keep myself in shape, in ring shape. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Marcus said he's seen you work Randy and Franklin.
Franklin, that was probably a while ago. I don't remember when that was. Probably a few years ago. Yeah, because I haven't wrestled her for a minute. She was actually my first match that I ever had, which was October 6th of 2018, I think. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
It was
a
in
fun match.
2019.
2019.
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, I started training. That's what it was. I started training. I think in December of 2017 or 2018, one of the two, and then I had my first match. Yeah, it would have been in 2019 then. Yeah.
I also seen that you've been to quite a few seminars and camps. Did you have a favorite one or one that just stood out to you more than, not saying put down anybody, but
Tracy Smothers. Yeah, that one was my favorite for sure. Probably because I have a funny story. So me and my friend, when we went they were letting us sleep in the ring because it was like a 3-day camp. So we stayed for multiple days in that building. And we slept in the ring, and then we woke up to Joey Grunge talk.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, that's all right.
But yeah, we woke up to Joey Grunge talking on a mic, like over these loudspeakers, waking us up, telling us that it was time to get ready for training. And then I'm looking everywhere for my gear bag so I can, get my gear so I can start training. And I can't find it anywhere. Like I was looking for it for like 30 minutes. And then Tracy, he woke up and he pulls my gear bag out from between his legs and he lifts it up in the air and he was like, "Whose gear bag is this?" And I was like, "It's mine." Yeah, he put it in between his legs to help with his hip pain. And it was just the closest bag, I guess. It was really funny.
Oh, how did you get started in the wrestling business?
So my cousin is when he was in high school, he was best friends with Juwan Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah. And Juwan would wrestle at a place downtown Indy all the time, and we would go there to watch, and I just fell in love with it from there. And then I started training, and I met Randy through that place too, and then it just zoomed off.
Cool.
Was you a big fan of wrestling when you was growing up?
Well, it was on in our house for the most part. Like every Monday, it was always on. I would watch it. I wasn't like super interested until you go see it live, and then it's a totally different experience. And that's when I really, really got involved, and I really, really started showing a liking to it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Deb.
Okay. Did you have a favorite wrestler?
A favorite wrestler? Probably Rhea Ripley. Yeah, she's probably my favorite.
I'm a big fan also. What about a favorite company or promotion that you've worked for?
My favorite promotion that I currently work for is probably Black Label. Yeah, I like their environment a lot, and they all
Freezing up, and now she's turned around. I don't know what there she goes. Now we can't hear her again.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
She can
Can't
hear
hear you.
you.
Just 1 second. We're having difficulty real quick. I don't know what's going on.
No, it was going good.
Oh, okay.
Heard a lot of good things about Tracy Smothers.
Yeah.
Haven't heard
a lot of,
anybody say anything bad about Tracy Smothers.
no, we've had
we're good.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people say a lot of good things about Tracy Smothers.
Yeah. When you said Tracy Smothers, since we've been doing the wrestling for the last year or so. I mean, just many people have a lot of things good to say about Tracy Smothers.
Yeah, he's a good person.
Bill Williams said watching you in Thunder Kitty and Lafayette was a blast.
Yeah, I love Thunder Kitty. She's really good. I've wrestled her a handful of times. Yeah, my matches with her are always good.
Yeah, we got to see her one time in DCCW wrestle Hollywood Haley J.
Yeah,
that was
she's
really
another one of my
entertaining.
favorites. Yeah, I love both of them.
Yeah. Also, I think it was Bill Williams also said that he's wanting to see you to come to Muncie to DCCW sometime.
Hope to see you in DCCW in a future
I've wrestled
show.
there once before, but yeah, I haven't been back. But not sure why. I would definitely go back though.
How was your experience on AEW Dark and Elevation?
Oh, okay. it was a lot of fun. It was a lot more laid back than what I thought it would be. But yeah, everyone backstage is so nice, like super super welcoming. And then actually getting to wrestle, that was very very nerve-wracking because it's like I've never wrestled in front of a crowd that big, even though it's like before the actual show started, like the crowd is still getting there. There was still a lot of people to, jerk your nerves a little bit. And to be able to experience something like that, it was mind blowing because it's like I've only been doing this, ever since I was 14 and I'm 19, and being able to do that at such a young age, I feel like, I'm not doing too bad.
No, no, because in my opinion, you shouldn't be wrestling on the dark matches. You should be wrestling on TV.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I do my best.
I definitely agree with that. I especially as far as AEW goes, I think they're women. I mean, I think they're working on the women division, but I think you would be a good fit there. I think your skills as good as a lot of the other ones that they have there.
Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, it just takes hard work and dedication, and I mean, I've been doing it since I was 14, so it's like second nature, just learning new stuff every once in a while from like people you come across and people you've never wrestled before. And you can never stop learning in wrestling. Never. There's always someone who's going to know something that you don't, and hopefully you'll learn knowledge from them, especially if they've been doing it a lot longer than you have. But yeah, I've been pretty gifted when it comes to being able to learn a lot of stuff from a lot of different people. And that is because, I travel out of state very often. Literally almost every other weekend I'm in Tennessee. I just got my car and it's already got 15,000 miles on it. I got it in May or in March. Yeah. But driving is part of it, and I'm glad I'm putting miles on my car instead of sitting at home not learning anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Being on like Dark and Elevation, did they have to give you specific directions as far as because being on because I know it's a YouTube show, Dark and Elevation is, but being on TV, making sure that you're looking at the camera, different things like that. Is that any different than doing some of the other shows you do?
Well, I would say it's very, very similar to what they teach you at OVW. OVW does all camera work because their stuff is also on TV, local to Kentucky, right? But yeah, it's very similar. They're not like super, super stern on it. Like they let the wrestlers do what they want to do, and we're able to have our matches and stuff. They do have like little requirements and stuff that they want with the matches, but for the most part, they just want you to stick to time limits. So, and that's what they do at OVW as well. They'll give you a certain time limit, and they just want you to keep it in that time limit.
When you get up to that higher level like the AEW, is the locker room experience different compared to like an independent show?
Yes, very, because there's some people who you're just like not supposed to talk to, and then when you go in, obviously you don't know everyone unless you've been there a bunch of times, but like if you go to independent shows, I can walk in and know almost everyone there. But yeah, walking into a bigger setting that's more professional and not knowing anyone, it's definitely very scary. But everyone is really nice. Whenever I went to AEW, I couldn't find the women's locker room, and
we can't. Oh,
yep.
Lost her again. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's kind of weird though.
Okay. We can hear you. We lost you for a minute and then you came back.
Does it still sound weird?
Yeah, just a little.
Try backing out again. I don't know what's going on. We usually don't have this problem. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
It starts that crackling noise and then it starts going wrong. I think we
Yeah.
get two good minutes and then it goes bad.
And it's like now it's not making the crackling noise, so I don't know for sure what's going on. She has a lot of experience. I didn't realize she'd been wrestling for almost 5 years until I was looking at
Yeah.
that real nice bio she sent us, which was real cool. It was nice. It was cool getting to read that. Hell, 15,000 miles in just a couple months.
And also some of the stuff on that bio I forgot about. Like I had read that she was in the top 500 last year in the PWI, but I forgot about it because I'm old.
Does it sound better now?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry. I don't know. It might be my phone or something.
Dad, do you remember where we was at?
No, I don't. Is there a favorite match that you've ever watched? Something that stands out to you.
Well, if you want me to be honest, I don't really watch a whole lot of wrestling. I will sit down and watch it sometimes. But I don't really have a specific match that I can recall that is my favorite. But yeah.
Do you have a favorite match that you've had?
Well, I do have a lot of favorite matches that I've had, but it'd be hard to choose one. One of my most recent ones that I had was with Rachel Ellering, and that one was probably one of my favorite ones that I've had for a while. Yeah, she's really, really, really good. And it was at Black Label. But yeah, if you guys have IWTV and you haven't watched it yet, you should watch it. It's really good.
Okay. Where's Black Label located?
Crown Point, Indiana. It's kind of near Chicago.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we've been to Crown Point before, but I didn't realize there was a wrestling up there.
Yeah, you guys should go to one. They're really, really good shows.
Yeah, we'll have to try to get to one of those, Dad.
Definitely. Is there a wrestler that you haven't worked with yet that you would like to?
Well, for a while I hadn't been able to work Lainey Luck, and I did work her in a 4-way, but that's not a one-on-one match. But I am wrestling her at Summit, so I'm really excited for that because I haven't gotten a one-on-one with her yet. So yeah, I'm really excited that that's going to happen.
Cool. And how was it to be ranked in the PWI Top 500?
Oh, when I found out that I was in it, I was stunned. I was so excited, and I immediately texted my parents. I was like, "Guess what? I'm in the PWI." And then we ordered 2 magazines so I could, have it for memory reasons. But yeah, it was really, really exciting. But it does take a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But
yeah, PWI. It's I'm old, so I'm pretty old. I'm
been
59.
around for a minute.
Yeah, so it's been around for a long time. And back in the day, in the 70s and the 80s, that was how you followed wrestling because there wasn't that much wrestling on TV. You maybe got one local program, and that was about it.
Didn't have no internet.
That's how I followed wrestling for many years. I had all kinds of magazines, So yeah, and I thought that was really cool when I seen that you made that last year.
Thank you.
Oh, what was the hardest thing the hardest thing to learn when you got into wrestling, like training wise?
So whenever I first started training, it was really, really hard for me to learn how to do a flip bump. It took me like 3 weeks to do it because I just did not want to go head over heels. Like I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then my dad, he was like, well, if you don't do it, you're gonna be the only wrestler who doesn't take flip bumps. And I was like, yeah, you're right. He was like, and that doesn't happen, so you're gonna need to learn how to do it. And I was like, okay. So then the following day at training, I just sucked it up and I did it, and I was like, that was not nearly as bad as what I thought it was gonna be.
If I remember, I read you trained for like a year before you had your first match.
Yeah, so I don't consider my first match that I actually had being my first match because it was at the Tracy Smothers camp. And they were only training shows, like that's what they called them. They called them training shows. And since it wasn't like a real show and I didn't wrestle for another year after that, I didn't really consider that my first match. But yeah, it was my first match in front of like 10 people. And most of them were like family, you know, to other wrestlers that were there. So yeah.
Well, what do you think like now is the hardest thing about the independent wrestling scene? Is it getting your name out there, or
Yeah, probably like trying to get noticed and stuff. But the thing that helps with that is going to shows and going and talking to people and making connections and, you know, just trying to get your name out there any way possible. Which I need to go to new places, but I've been getting so many bookings on the weekend. Like I think last month I had like 13 matches or something like that in a month, and I was like, most people like most females don't get 13 matches in a year. But yeah, doing that all in 1 month, it wears you out. But yeah, I think the best way for people to get their name out there is just going to new places, going to new environments, and meeting new people.
oh, I agree, and I know you're out there a lot because about every show we go to, we see you at.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah.
If you had to choose, or if you got to choose, not saying that you would get to, but if you got to choose a promotion, you know, AEW or WWE or Impact, what promotion would you prefer to work for if you got that opportunity?
Well, that's a hard question.
Because all three offer something different.
Right,
I mean,
right, yeah.
so
Well, I would want to work for WWE for sure. However, I do like AEW a lot because it's new, you know, and they got a lot of new people in there, like, and they've got a bunch of stuff, you know, going on with them as well. But I don't know, it's a very, very hard choice. But yeah, I think if I had to pick, I would probably pick WWE. But because you know that's why I started. Because when I started, AEW wasn't around. I think it was just called All In or whatever.
yeah.
Whenever they first had their first matches or shows or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would have to go with WWE.
Yeah, one key with the AEW and Impact, if you work for them, depending on what kind of contract you're under, a lot of people that work there, they can go do independent shows also because they're not trapped. They don't do
Yeah, that's
as
true.
much traveling as WWE. Where WWE, if you sign a contract there, you're there. You don't
work for them. Yeah.
So I can see, but one thing I like about WWE is NXT, especially with the women's division because they are really pushing the women divisions on NXT. I mean, there's shows that, you know, you'll see 13, 14, 15 women in one show, you know, 3 or 4 matches and a lot of backstage stuff, promos and things. So they're really pushing the women. So I like that. Where AEW don't push the women quite as much, but also they're trying to get ratings and I'm sure they follow what gets ratings. So they're in a tough situation too. So Impact women get a lot of work. They a lot of matches on those shows. I watch every show every week, so
Yeah, he don't miss the show.
I watch everything. So, but yeah, I would love to see you in NXT. I think you'd be a perfect fit.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I really do like what they're doing with the NXT too. I think it's pretty cool. Even though I do like the old like black and yellow or black and gold, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I like that better than all the colors. But
that was the best.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, I agree.
When I saw we're using an extra on WWE for WWE, what's that experience like?
So I actually did it twice, and both of them were, I think, last month or maybe the month before. But that is a little more nerve-wracking. The only reason why I say that is because they have a specific spot where they want you to stay, and you don't move. You don't move. And then they do let you go and sit and watch, like in the crowd for a little bit, like not like before the show even starts, and before doors even open, and like watch how their wrestlers and stuff work in the ring, which is a pretty cool experience. But yeah, for the most part, we sat and we just, did what we were told. The catering was pretty good, but yeah, for the most part, it was a lot of fun, and I met a lot of people there. Haley was with me on the first one, so along with Larkin. I don't know if you know who Larkin is. She's a ring valet who's training to wrestle, and then she was also at the second one I did. Larkin was too, but yeah, they were both a lot of fun. Pretty much the same stuff happened for both of them. They just put you in a spot and they're like, we need you to stay here. And then if we need you for anything, we'll let you know. But yeah, no, I don't think anyone got to do matches. But they used some of the males for like security and stuff like that. But
Okay, that's interesting. I know I've seen Jake Oman do some stuff. He's done quite a bit of stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know he did it in Indianapolis, Louisville. So he does that quite a bit.
I don't know how he's not on TV wrestling there myself, but
yeah, he's good. He is really good.
Yes.
do you have a preference to wrestle a male or a female?
If I was to choose which gender I would prefer to wrestle, I would probably say male, and the only reason why is because I think I work better with males. When I work with females, it's not that I don't like working them, but some are just not as quick and like understanding,
This is the same thing. This is the same thing me and my dad was saying
I didn't know if
yesterday.
you-
The exact same thing.
Yeah,
Was about how we thought
we've
that
said
we
that
wrestled.
before. It
Go ahead,
seems like I'm not putting anybody down. I don't hope nobody thinks that, but it does seem like you have to slow down with a lot of the women.
Maybe just a little, which is why I'm really excited to wrestle Lainey, because she is as fast, if not faster than me. She is really, really good, and I'm excited. I hope you guys go watch that match if you're at that summit show. I hope you guys.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, it'll be a good match.
Yeah, the man. It seems like you. I mean, it just seems like you're a little looser. I mean,
yeah. Well, I didn't really train with females other than my trainer, which was Randy. But I mean, for the most part, I had other people and I was working with men most of the time. So, I mean, if I started out training with men, like it just comes easier to me because that's who I'm used to wrestling, because there wasn't a whole lot of females around whenever I first started training. So,
yeah, that would probably change. Like if you got to go to a place like NXT and train there,
yeah.
there's
Train with more females and stuff.
Yeah, 20 or 30 women there. So that's who you're gonna be working with. So it would probably, you get more comfortable. Probably that would probably change. Yeah. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus Fine said he agrees 100%.
Oh yeah. I know he's seen quite a bit of my matches. Yeah, I see him everywhere too. But yeah, for the most part, I think I would prefer to wrestle men.
Have you got to compete against Billy Starks yet?
Oh, what kind of question is that? No, I'm sorry. We actually we were tag team partners for a while whenever we both
I didn't know
first
that.
started. Yeah. Our tag name was called the Stupid Youth Project. But yeah, we've wrestled each other like 20,000 times. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go look up some tape then. I'm gonna have to go check that out because I want to see that.
Yeah. You might be able to find some stuff on IWTV if you have it. I just wrestled her actually a couple weekends ago at New Wave. Yeah. So I know that's already on IWTV. If you want to watch it, it's on New Wave. Yeah.
That's
I,
another.
I wrestled her like ever since we started. We literally wrestled all the time.
That's
Okay.
another promotion I want to go check out. Is that New Wave? We haven't got a chance to get there yet.
Yeah, it's a good show. It really is.
Marcus Fine says he has photos of some of your guys' matches.
Of mine and Billy's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We we've wrestled a lot. Yeah.
Zay Gates says what's up. But yeah, what was this? So how are these like the locker rooms? Are the locker rooms different from like promotion to promotion?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, are like some of them are probably friendlier than others, or 'cause I know
yes,
you guys have to
yes.
work together, but everybody's also trying to work their way up the ladder as well. So
Right. Yeah, I would say the all women shows are a little rough. The only reason why is because we're all females and females will be females. But yeah, I think one of the friendliest locker rooms that I've been in is probably like Black Label, Summit, the Warrior. That's another one that has a really nice locker room. Yeah, but for the most part, locker rooms, they're not usually bad at all. Most of the ones that I'm in, I never have issues like ever. Everyone's always super, super nice.
see, we've had that same experience. Every organization that we went to in broadcasting and stuff, everybody's treated us real nice. We haven't had any issues with anybody yet. So it's because I know back in the day, you used to hear all kinds of horror stories about stuff that goes on in the wrestling business, but
Yeah.
we're lucky enough
Yeah.
we haven't really had to deal with hardly any of that.
Yeah, I remember whenever I first started training, all my trainers, every single one of them was like, you need to go and shake everyone's hands because you don't want to make anyone mad. And I still do that to this day. And that's how most wrestlers were trained, is to go in and, shake everyone's hands or at least say hello. But yeah, I make sure I do that with everyone. Yeah.
And when you said that, it clicked in my head. That happens at almost every show we're at. So if we see a wrestler walk in, they stop, shake our hands, talk
Yeah.
for a second, and then before we leave, everybody shakes your hand. So
Yeah, it's just a respect thing that
Yep.
everyone was. Well, I wouldn't say everyone because some people weren't. But yeah, most people who have had training and gone through and been taught by a few different people, someone will at least tell you need to go in and say hello to everyone. Yeah, it's just a respect thing.
Do you have what maybe you would call what's been your biggest match you've had so far?
My biggest match. Well, I'd probably say the one on AEW. But independence, that's hard. That's hard. Probably my match with Shaza. That one was probably one of the biggest matches that I've had. Yeah, she is great. I love her. She's so good. And our match was super, super easy. And I mean, everyone was into it. That one was also at Black Label too. But yeah, for the most part, I loved that match. I loved everything about her, everything about the promotion. Yeah, everything was just great.
when
Go ahead.
when you go to different states, is the style of wrestling different? Like when you travel to different states for different promotions?
Yes. The further down you go, like Tennessee, Alabama area, it is way different. Way different. Yeah, like those matches in like Tennessee and Alabama area, most old school people who are wrestling there, they'll stick to like hip tosses and arm drags. That's it for the most part. And the crowd is 100% behind it. They love everything about it. And the crowds usually, I find them to be able to be entertained a lot easier in Tennessee and Alabama, which is why I like going there, because you can do something really, really cool and they'll be mind blown. They'll be like, how did they even do that? Because they're only used to seeing strict like limit of different types of moves and stuff.
Do they draw big crowds there in Tennessee?
Depending on the show, yes, yeah. And also depending on in the area. Like, there was one show I went to. It's in Coalfield. I don't know if you guys know where Coalfield is.
No.
But yeah, exactly. I didn't even know that place existed until, I mean, I got booked for it. But there was 300 people there, at least, like maybe close to 500. And I was like, how are there so many people here? Because I didn't even know the place existed. And it was in some schools, so I assume it was like most of the kids that went to the school or something. But yeah, you'd be surprised at the turnout at some of the shows and like these not as known areas, and then like the more known areas, I don't know if you guys know Kenzie Page. Her
Yes.
dad has a promotion, Tommy Henry, in Seaverville. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
It's right by Gatlinburg in that area, but their shows are always great too. Yeah, they do run a lot of all female shows along with their regular shows. But yeah, their promotion in Tennessee for the women, it's called Flawless. But yeah, that show is also really, really good. Another show in Tennessee that I like.
Other than AEW, because I know they probably had a pretty good crowd. What's probably the biggest crowd you've been in front of?
Oh God, that's a hard question. I don't know. Maybe that one in Coalfield. Yeah, probably, because I swear there was like 500 people there. At least 300, but I would say probably close to 500. It's kind of hard to gauge a crowd when
Yeah.
there's so many people, but
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get some of them, they run out of chairs and you got a bunch of people standing shoulder to
standing
shoulder.
room.
And
Those are my favorite shows, the
Yep.
standing room only shows. Those
Yep.
were really good because the crowd's like right up on the ring, and then they're like slapping the mat and stuff. And those, I have a more fun time with those kind of crowds because it's like right there and everything's really close, and usually they're more involved if they're standing. If they're sitting, it's kind of harder to get them involved.
We go to a show in Kokomo, AACW, and the first show we went to there was they was in a pretty small place, probably hold about 150, and they probably had 200 in there,
Yeah.
and the crowd is just crazy. I mean, it's great. Probably one of the better crowds we've been to. And we went to a show here recently, and they moved into a little bit bigger place, but they still had a pretty good crowd. And just their crowds are at Kokomo. I mean, if a wrestler claps their hands, the whole place is gonna clap their hands. I mean, they're involved 100% throughout the whole show.
Yep.
Yeah, I love crowds like that actually sit and get involved. Sometimes it's a little harder if there's not a whole lot of people to get them super involved, but with those types of crowds, I performed the exact same way because everyone paid for a ticket. It doesn't matter how many people are there, 500 or 2. Everyone that is there paid for a ticket, the same amount that if there was 500, same amount of money is coming out of these 2 people. So no matter what, I always perform to the best of my ability. Doesn't matter if the crowd's into it or not. Doesn't matter if there's 2 people or 500. You're going to get the same result. I'm always going to do my best. I'm always going to give the crowd what they deserve.
I thought you won the championship this past weekend. I thought you got a pretty good pop. Crowd seemed really happy that you got the belt. So
for at Summit, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was really exciting to win the belt and to be the first one. Like, out of everyone they could have chose, to be the first one, it was me, which is really, really nice.
They had a good crowd. They had a good crowd there yesterday, and there for Summit, and the crowd got pretty good. Was in the show. I mean, pretty good into the show as well.
Yeah, I thought so too. Because when you have matches that are super, super long, like if you like how they had the 2 matches yesterday, I think the scramble or the rumble lasted maybe 50 minutes, and then they had an hour-long match after that. So it's like those can be kind of hard sometimes to get the crowd involved in. But no, I think they were into it for the most part, which is really, really cool.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Marcus Fine wants to know if you're ready for Kate Parrish.
Am I ready for Kate Parrish? Yes, I am. What do I look like? That's why I got the belt, because I am ready. And she did not help me. She did not help me. I don't know what she said. She didn't help me.
Yeah,
Because I was one in there wrestling. Not her. Not her.
Yep.
I think the question's going to be, is Kate Parrish ready for you? I think
There you go. There you go.
I think she's going to be in trouble.
I'm excited.
I agree.
I'm excited for that show coming up here in a couple of weeks. I think that's going to be a cool show there at the fair.
Yeah, because whoever buys tickets to the fair, they're able to go to the show. So I assume there's going to be a pretty big turnout because of, fairs, they get a lot of draw.
And Warrior Pro's been building up a pretty good fan base too. So obviously
yeah.
a lot of them are going to go. So yeah, it should be a pretty big crowd.
I'm hoping. And then they'll get to see it. Marcus will get to see me beat Kate. I'm doing this for you, Marcus.
Do you have a match that was maybe your toughest match?
Wow. Ooh. That's a good question. My toughest match ever was with John Wayne Murdoch. We did a hardcore match. It was rough. It was really rough. But it was definitely one of my favorites. Yeah. It's another one of those things where like wrestling guys is a little hard sometimes because they're stronger than females naturally, and John Wayne's been doing this for a minute. He has been doing it for a long time, and to be able to have a match, like a hardcore match with him when he does death matches and stuff. I mean, I don't do death matches. However, I do like doing hardcore matches, and to be able to have the opportunity to wrestle him in a hardcore match I was very, very happy to be able to do that. But yeah, it was a rough match. Definitely left with a lot of bruises. Maybe a slight concussion. But no, for the most part, it was definitely probably my hardest match that I ever had. That one's also on IWTV. Yeah, most of my matches are on IWTV. You'll be able to watch them. Okay. But yeah, it's IWA, the Big Philpott Memorial. But yeah, after the match, I ended up getting a standing ovation. Even though I lost, I got a standing ovation, which was pretty cool. That had never happened to me up to that point. But yeah, it was a really cool experience.
Yeah, I've seen Murdoch on Game Changer a few times.
Oh yeah.
He's pretty tough. So
them death matches are crazy. We watched some of that we watched some of that Game Changer the other night because there was a lot of the Indiana wrestlers on there last week.
Yep.
So me and Dad watched it. Had Shane Mercer and them guys and Del Patrick's, and man, them guys are crazy. Some of the stuff they do with them light tubes and.
Yeah, we did. We watched that, and Hoodfoot got.
Yeah, Hoodfoot got real bad.
Yeah, he got injured pretty bad. Yeah, we was watching that. We about freaked out. We were like, "What's going on?"
I think he ended up having to get like 40 staples. Yep. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, which is a lot. But it's so scary. Yeah, they actually had a video of it that they posted on Twitter. That's how I saw it, and I was like, no.
We was watching it live.
We were watching it live. We're like, they gotta stop this. There's already a big puddle of blood in the ring. It's like
dripping down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So gross.
Yeah, don't ever do those matches.
Oh no, I won't. My skin's too pretty to do that. I ain't doing it.
Well, Dad, do you have anything else?
No, I think I'm good. It's been a great interview. I'm glad you come on with us.
Well, thank you. I'll do it again soon. If you guys ever want me back, I'll definitely be willing to do another one.
Anytime you want to come on, if you got something you want to promote, just get a hold of Chris, and I'm sure it won't be an issue.
Cool.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. Plug yourself. Let everybody know where they can find you, and I know you have some big matches coming up and stuff.
Yeah. So on Facebook, it's just Alice Crowley. Twitter, it's Alice Crowley 19, and then on Instagram, it's Alice_Crowley_. But then you'll be able to see probably most of my matches coming up live on IWTV, or posted on there, and then maybe also posted on YouTube.
All right. And then Wade Christian says, can't wait to see you again with Envision and NWP.
I'll be back at Envision soon. I got a few dates coming up with them. So.
All right. Well, before we do get out of here, or actually as we get out of here, to end the show, I'm going to play one of your matches from earlier this year that I know was one of my favorites. It was one of Dad's. It's you against Sean Kemp.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that was one of my favorites too.
At Summit Pro. So so I got it pulled up so I can play it, so people that might not have seen it can watch it as we close out the show. But I appreciate you coming on, and like I said, you're more than welcome to come back anytime.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
And all the fans enjoy this match. This was a great match. Me and Dad had this match as maybe one of the matches of the year so far.
Yep.
So check this match out.
You favor the guys because I'm like, oh, of course the guy's gonna win. But
Yeah.
I mean, in this one, honestly, I think Alice might have the advantage.
She could.
Alice about to bring the thunder in this.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. No respect at all. Oh, Crowley with a big forearm. They're just trading some big shots here.
Big chop.
Kemp with the big chop. Crowley with a big forearm knocks him
I think
completely
he might
out
have
of the
caught him in
ring.
the temple there.
Yeah, she may have. She got him
He
pretty
got
good.
rocked hard.
Kemp smartly recovering on the outside for a minute.
And Crowley is not going to let it go.
No.
She's coming right back after her.
Big double axe handle to the back. Face right off that ring apron. She's going for a suplex outside.
That's what it looks like.
Suplex on the
Kind
concrete
of a
floor.
snap suplex.
Yes. But she's not done either.
I would say the referees have all been real lenient, but they've all been consistent. They've been, big long counts, but they've been consistent the whole night.
Crowley breaks the count. Kemp fighting back here. Big chop.
Man.
Big forearm. Crowley still standing.
You're talking about getting thrown into the chairs earlier. I think maybe that might happen. Someone's going in the chairs.
Crowley knocks Kemp into the chair.
Man.
A big
We've
chop.
seen some really nasty chops.
Yeah, that's just as good as any item. Oh, man.
What she have played here? She misses and hits the chair.
Mercy.
What's going to happen here?
Somebody's going to get hurt if they don't get back in the ring.
The apron.
There is no padding out here at all. It's all concrete. That's that ring apron. That's pretty lethal as well. A lot of people don't think about that, but yeah.
Hardest part of the
No padding there. It's just a steel beam with a little piece of cloth over it at that part of the ring.
hardest part of the ring besides the steel post.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, we hear you, bro. We've heard you all day.
Crowley gets back up to her feet, side headlock.
Pushes him off to the ropes. Oh, big shoulder block by Kemp. Oh, another big shoulder
Damn.
block.
Ooh.
Man, oh.
Already, this has been one of the most hard-hitting matches.
Yes. Oh, some big forearms. Oh, side headlock.
So that's one thing that's got to be tough. Alice usually got the power advantage over anybody she wrestles. In this, you know, she's not going to.
Definitely had a great showing so far up
Oh,
until the
definitely.
last couple of exchanges.
Uh-oh.
And now she's regaining control with the vicious fisherman suplex.
Nice.
That was beautiful.
Crowley gets a 2 count.
And the ref was a little late getting down there, too.
Yes.
I think he was a little stunned.
That might have cost her the match.
Could have.
I think she's letting the referee know about it as well.
Got to keep an eye on these refs, especially after that last one.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, Kemp with a nice reversal. Oh!
Shades of Blake Wright and Jake Omen at Thunder
yeah.
Wonder Tooth, that damn headbutt.
Yes.
I'll never look at a headbutt the same way again after that. That was a very nice foot
1,
suplex
2.
maneuver.
Crowley kicks out.
I was showing a lot of toughness.
Oh, yeah. Both competitors have took a lot of punishment so far.
I think he's wasting time here.
Oh, yeah. Letting her recover.
And as soon as he said that, bam,
Smart.
he starts to show signs of life.
Yep, she's rolling to the outside of the ring. She told the referee he was number 1. Getting ready to do here. Oh. Kemp gonna try to suplex her back into the ring. Oh, big shot to the gut. Oh, big kick.
Oh!
DDT
What a
on the
devastating
apron.
maneuver.
Wow. He might be out.
On the crown of his head. He might be done
Oh,
after that. That might be a game changer right
oh,
there.
big clothesline. I'm surprised she didn't go for the cover there.
Me too.
Rose, let's go for another one here.
She's looking to win in dominating fashion.
Nice belly to belly. 1, 2, with a kick out. Tell you what, Crowley showing her power there.
That might be the closest 2 count of the afternoon right there. Doesn't get any closer than that.
That was a beautiful move.
And he's still down. He's not showing much signs of life at all. That took a whole lot out of him.
I'm still amazed by the DDT on the side of on the apron there. That was.
She's got to stay on him.
Oh yeah, you can't let him recover.
I think he still might be feeling some of the effects of that.
Oh yeah.
He's taken a long time to get back up to a vertical base.
Ooh.
Crowley
she's
has
going
been
for another.
relentless this entire match.
She was gonna go for another throw there, and he got that side headlock.
It's going to take more than a headlock to put Alice down,
yeah.
though. She's already back on her feet.
All right, back up to
Maybe going for another suplex.
Yeah, he knew it. He dropped his body
yeah.
weight down.
Uh-oh. Oh!
That could be it.
That was scary.
1, 2, oh! Oh!
Man, what a kick.
What a drop kick.
That might have knocked her out. It might be over.
2, oh!
Man, I can't believe she kicked out of that.
Crowley she's really showing her toughness right now. 'Cause, man, both those shots were wicked.
I knew she was tough, man.
Oh, big clothesline. 1, 2. Oh.
Clothesline that kind of turned into a crossbody splash, like fallen style a little bit there. Kind of 2 moves in one there.
And she's back up before he is.
Oh.
Man.
Oh. Oh. Oh, another big suplex. Nice. Crowley with the cover. 1, 2.
Damn, what a clothesline.
1, 2. Damn, dude, she took his head off with that clothesline. Momentum has shifted though. Crowley got the momentum back.
I gotta say, this is definitely one of the better intergender matches I've seen in a very, very long time. This is next level good.
I really liked Logan Couture and Del Patrick, but I tell you what, I think this may have it beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been
really good.
They've been beating the hell out of each other.
Oh, man.
Crowley with a big chop. What's he going for here? Oh, big boot. Oh, big elbow. Oh, what's Kim thinking here? He's going up. Uh-oh. Oh, power bomb off the top. Hook the leg. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Both these competitors are showing their toughness here.
Yeah.
This could go either way now at this point. Alice's left arm is super red.
Oh, yeah. Oh!
Oh my God, that was a gnarly knee to the face.
1, 2.
Oh, beautiful.
Just barely
Barely.
kept himself in the match.
2 3/4 at
He
least.
got that rope, or he'd been
Yep.
done.
Oh, look. She's not happy with the ref.
She told the ref earlier, she said, I hate you.
Yeah.
She told the ref.
Uh-oh. She has no idea.
Oh,
She
man.
going for
That'd
it?
take, I don't know, but that'd take an awful lot of strength.
Uh-oh. Kim's trying to counter. Ducks the chop. Big. Ooh.
She has been relentless.
Oh. And big forearms and chops.
Uh-oh.
1.
Don't think I've ever seen that maneuver before.
Beautiful.
That was nice. And he's just won. Wow.
I tell you what, that's been the match of the night so far.
I think so.
That